Hi, this is Scott Howard of Skloho.net and Skloho's Collective Wisdom, and we're continuing our conversation with Jim Calhoun, the Chief Executive Officer of Popular Media. How are you combining this concept of getting word of mouth being spread actually by the people who are using social media?
Let me step back a bit and talk a little bit about influencer ads and where they came from and why we think they're obviously big and important and a big part of this trend. There's a lot of infrastructure out there that allows people to buy traffic, marketers to buy traffic on tons of sites, blog sites, non-social media sites, Yahoo, iVillage, you name it, where they know that they can go out and buy in scale. They can get in front of 27 million women a week if they buy certain channels on AOL.com.
Right.
So there's this infrastructure that's out there that we have the banner to thank, and that allows marketers to sort of put up and test and try different ads and put them in front of people. But what we're trying to do with the influencer ad format is actually change the thinking of that ad and deliver things to a consumer that are fun for people to share. They can start that sharing and social interaction on any site in which they see this, so they don't have to be on a social networking site. They may be, but they don't have to be. I can dig into my address book, or I can dig into my social network, and I can share something that's fun and interesting or of value with the people that I think would be most interested in it, and then deliver to reinforce those connections between people by using an invitation-based model. And by that, what I mean is we will create, the influencer ad takes care of creating a personalized invitation that this is, you're inviting your friends to something that's kind of sponsored by you and should be fun to do. Imagine getting an invitation from a friend like you might to join a social network or some other type of event.
Okay.
Clicking on that invitation link, and then visiting a marketer's website and being greeted there with your friend, reinforcing the fact that you were brought there by a friend. And then going forward in that process and engaging with a marketing offer or engaging with an online experience, looking at a trailer, whatever it might be, and then giving your friend that feedback that you liked it, you didn't like it, whatever it might be, but creating that dialogue.
Is there also a way then, because this is all being done online and through the connections of the advertiser, they're able to then capture some of the information about who's viewing these various things too, and perhaps capture email addresses and things like that, right?
Absolutely. So, you want to put forth things that are, this is advertising. It should be fun. It should be engaging. That's kind of the impetus and the onus is on the marketer to create something that is exciting about their brand. Some brands are going to have an easier time with it than others. I mean, a super absorbent towel company is going to have a struggle running influencer ads, but somebody who markets an upcoming movie, these things a lot of things are social by nature, and you just have to kind of come up with the creative construct. But once you do and you create interesting experiences, the benefits for a marketer are great because in some ways the influencer ad format is beating up on the weakest kid on the playground. You still have the benefits of the display, which you were buying anyway. You now have the ability to capture some information and engage consumers in social activity. So if I see an influencer ad that I like, it's interesting to me, I click on it, I sort of understand a little bit more about what I'm sharing and how I can share it. And then I can track my progress and see which of my friends actually were interested in this or watched the trailer or downloaded this or, took a further marketing action. And all the way as a marketer, you're collecting lots of information that helps you both optimize the campaign and get the results that you want out of it, but also help you develop relationships like, through CRM programs, email marketing, these kind of things where people are opting in because you gave them something interesting and enjoyable to share.
Can you keep people coming back to your website then?
Sure, yeah. So there's, in the influencer ad format, one of the things that's built in there is a notification system. When somebody, if you think about it, a social networking site like a Facebook, when somebody adds you as a friend, you get a notification and you go back to Facebook. This type of system has that kind of functionality embedded into it where, as your friends do things or engage. You get updates. You can, we can drive you back to that place, and it really just creates something social. The brand is a part of the conversation, but it's really about the brand becoming an excuse for people to do something fun together online and entertain themselves.
Now, I've seen over the years certain online campaigns that really did not influence me to use the product or use the services. For example, you're probably familiar with the Elf Yourself or Elf campaign that one of the office supply places has done over the last couple of years.
It didn't inspire you to go out and buy office supplies?
I don't remember whether it was Office Depot or Office Max, because we've had both of them in our town here.
Right.
And so I don't remember which one. But I went through and I did the procedure. I went and did the Elf to myself, so to speak, and sent it to friends. But as far as being able to track that back to actual sales and a return on investment, it missed the mark.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful example for a number of reasons, and you hit on almost all of them. It's great from my point of view. It's great in a few ways. One is it's fun to share. They gave people something that's fun to share and fun to receive. It's personal. You see your buddy in the elf costume dancing. I mean, they personalize it. It really does create something interesting between you and the person who sent it to you, or you and the person you send it to. So that's what we kind of look at as a model for the kind of experiences that you can create as a marketer and use this type of influencer ad format to really drive. Now, where they clearly missed the mark was on the results side of it, and I think part of that was. They looked at it as a branding exercise. You can't recall whether it's Office Max or Office Depot, and in fact, I'm kind of stumped right now myself, although I've been following this campaign for years. But they kind of come back every year and dust it off, and they've got a little bit of a franchise going, and it doesn't cost them a ton to do that. And this year, they've gotten a little bit more aggressive about driving traffic to Office Max and putting some coupons behind it and some other things that might drive some retail traffic. Is this type of advertising great for physical big box retailers? I don't know. That's sort of a B2B example. I'm not sure that's the best. But there were things that they did right. They created something that was fun to share and fun to receive, and they got to partake in that activity that they were taking up some of your time and delivering a lot of value back to people because it was entertaining.